देखो बेटा अब now I'll so yesterday I explained you the working of how this thing works, right? TDS and all work. And yesterday we had a tough time with the this thing with the client because the RAM of the machine was not adequate. So you can actually see how the TDS entries work in this playlist. So you have the playlist with you here, right? And you can go down here. Right. So within Tally, you can see how it is done, and these two. Right. So I've loaded it on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Now, Rohit, we will try and make the report that the client wanted. Now, what we would try and do is try and make. So first step is, you see, if I take a ledger sum, ledger view.
No, but I think I made a mistake here. See, I'll tell you what the mistake I've made is.
I go here, I pick up the master ID here. So pick up a company name. I pick up a master ID here, right? Then I pick up the ledger name. And within the ledger name, then I pick up the party ledger name. ये हुआ बेटा कि नहीं हुआ? Credit, debit. Is it clear? So now if I pick up any master ID, say 101, it will have two entries. जितना debit है उतना credit होना चाहिए. Right? It should all balance out. So if there is a problem, this thing. Now what it is saying is that out of this, we need to pick up is TDS applicable file को ले लो. Is TDS applicable? This TDS applicable is here. Correct? I go here. So now what I do is मैंने yes वाला लिया suppose. So what it says is that इसमें बेटा ये देखो sales amount debit कितना है and यहाँ पे sales amount ये रहा. Correct? Yes. So on three of them, they are there, right? So I need to first pick up those ledgers where TDS is applicable. Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
वो आएगी. So say suppose I'll explain this in a different way. Suppose I pick up master ID 115. Correct? So I want to know that what is my total credit amount or credit minus debit amount where my, so I have got a group parent here, a group parent here, a ledger primary here, right? So where group parent 1, group parent 2 here, na? This is a problem because this group parent 2 is not coming there. So I want to pick up. So this is my ledger group. This is my ledger primary. This is parent. This is parent ledger. This parent ledger is coming from where exactly? Balancer. Okay. Now I want to pick up first those entries where my TDS is applicable. Yes. Yes or no? but बेटा समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? प्रीतेश समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? अगर 115 और 116 में देखो, I want to pick up those entries where TDS is applicable. Yes. इसमें yes है, इसमें yes है. I want to get the entire set of details from there. Yes or no? उसके बाद I need to know what is my total invoice value, which I will get from those entries. Current liabilities पे हो ना, where ledger primary. Okay, that is what she's saying. So this is direct expenses here. So TDS is direct expenses here. And she's saying that it should be a revenue account also. So ideally, it should be a revenue account also. So what I do is, if I pick up ledger view, so I pick up this, whether it affects the revenue, because whether it's a balance sheet entry or it's a profit and loss entry. So I'll make this into a flow chart, sort of a flow chart. Good. So step one is pick up all the ledger entries where is TDS equal to yes. Correct. Now, thereafter, filter all the entries that belong to the revenue account, where FX revenue is yes. Correct? Yes or no? समझ आया बेटा कि नहीं आया? Because she was specifically asking for whether it affects the revenue account or not, right? Isn't it correct that the client was asking? Then pick up all the required columns from B. Then find the total duties and taxes for the master ID and company ID combination in C. Is this clear? Then find the total invoice amount for total invoice amount, including taxes, for the master ID and company ID in B. That is what it is. Right. Now this, yes, we will leave it to the client. So I will not filter it in DAX. So I will not filter in DAX. I will not filter in DAX. This shall be a report level filter. ये तुम्हें समझ आया रोहित रितेश? Is it clear or not? बेटा बोलो.
Yes, sir.
क्लियर है बेटा? ये फ्लो तुम लोगों को क्लियर है कि नहीं है? So pick up the all the ledger entries where it is yes. यहाँ पे पर ये लेके आना पड़ेगा whether it affects it. ये थोड़ा सा लेके आना पड़ेगा. एक सेकंड. Where is TDS is yes. So in order to do this, what I will do is I will go to modeling and I will say new table. Is it correct? So I will pick this up. Now I can also use calculate table. There's something called a calculate table, wherein I filter the entire table based on a certain DAX functionality. Right? तो यहाँ पे मैं क्या करूंगा? Calculate table, all of this, where is TDS is equal to yes. So I will say calculate table. I will pick up all of ledger view. Where is TDS is equal to yes. ये हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? सही है कि नहीं है? Right? Required TDS entries. यहां तक पहुंच गए कि नहीं पहुंच गए? हाँ कि ना बेटा?
Yes, sir.
तो ये मेरा स्टेप 1 हो गया. तो मैं इधर आया, इधर आया, इधर आया, नो यस क्यों आ रहा है? तो इसमें बेटा ऑल क्यों नहीं चला? नहीं चलेगा, करना पड़ेगा कि आपको सीधे का सीधा वो टेबल लेनी पड़ेगी, ऑल का कोई मतलब नहीं है इसमें। So here I get FX, gross profit, calculate stock, alter ID, bill date, bill to place ledger, company name, सब आ गया, right? अब जो नेक्स्ट स्टेप है बेटा, तो ये वाला मैंने क्या कर दिया, तुम्हारा साथ मैंने डन कर दिया, राइट? नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज, now I pick up the required columns from column B. This has been done, right? Now here I need to find out which FX revenue, I'll add it later on. Now I need to find out what are the total duties and taxes for the company ID, the master ID, which has been extracted in C. Is that what it is? Yes or no? So what I do here is I add a new column, and my row level context is going to be here, company name and master ID, right? And based on the same, I will calculate sum of ledger debit minus ledger credit. Then I will filter all of ledger underscore view, where company name is equal to that company name there, master ID is equal to master ID, and my ledger underscore primary contains duties and taxes. Is that clear? So this is how I'll find out what is my total duties and taxes here. Yes or no? समझ आया बेटा कि नहीं आया?
Yes, sir.
So what I say, total duties and taxes equal to alt enter, where company name is equal to company name, right? Alt enter, where master ID is equal to master ID. Now I jump to that ship, where duties and taxes is equal to calculate sum of, but I now go to the ledger view. debit minus ledger underscore view इसको कॉपी कर लेते हैं सॉरी माइनस सम ऑफ सॉरी बेटा माइनस सम ऑफ ledger underscore view credit. Is it clear? ये तुम्हें समझ आया? अब now I say filter all because I have to now filter all of ledger underscore view. Is this clear beta? Where company name is equal to company name and master ID is equal to ledger underscore view. यहां तक तुम पहुंच गए बेटा कि नहीं? And contains string. What does contain string? Ledger underscore primary. What does it contain? Duties. यहां तक तुम्हें समझ में आ गया कि नहीं आ गया? That means for this particular master ID and for this particular company name, I'm finding out my debit minus credit. Is it correct? I'm filtering the entire ledger view table. I'm matching it by the column and the master ID where it is duties. Alt enter return duties and taxes. Are you sure beta? Is it clear beta?
Yes, sir.
ये तुम्हारा duties and taxes आ गया. That is what she was asking ना कि मुझे पूरा का पूरा वो दो. Now she's saying कि बस I want only ones which are affecting my P&L, which is effectively a costing me a revenue account. Is this clear? कि भाई मेरा रेवेन्यू अकाउंट पे जो इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है उसी को दो. तो यहां तक तुम पहुंच गए. Let's add this. No, but my whole thing is when I take this in, why does it remove the one where there is no duties and taxes? This will not do, na? Because I want to have all of them. Because if the duties and taxes is 0, still I want to see it. No? No, this will not do, no? Because I don't want to see it this way. I want to see even if the duties and taxes is 0, then I want to see it. So this is a wrong approach. So this will not do. Then how will we do it? See, I cut this. Because if I bring duties here, then what happens? Then for the required way there is duties, it comes here. But I want only ones where there is TDS has been cut. So इस वाली row में for this given master ID. That means for this given master ID and for this given company name. So this will not be a measure then. This will be a column. So what I will do is I will pick this up. So I get ones which are TDS is yes. What happens if it's no? ये दो आ गई. अब मुझे इसमें वो वाला ड्यूटीज लेके आने हैं. But this duties is blank. Because this will not have a duty, na? This row does not have a duty. So this duty has to be defined not as a measure, but as a column. Are you understanding from where I'm coming? आया बेटा कि नहीं आया समझ में? So why do you have to change it from a measure to a column? Okay, I'll explain this. So now what I will do is master ID, where master ID is equal to audit. And now what I do is where duties is equal to calculate sum of ledger underscore view. Debit minus sum of ledger underscore view. Credit. Now what I say is filter all of ledger underscore view where company name is equal to company name and master ID is equal to ledger underscore view master ID. ये तुम्हें समझ आया? एंड इस पर्टिकुलर रो में मैं यहां पे पूरा का पूरा वो निकाल रहा हूं, कंटेन्स स्ट्रिंग ledger family. ये उनको प्रॉब्लम आ रही है because when she was actually doing it तो वो इस रो पे नहीं आ पा रही थी. So return duties. आप समझ आए बेटा क्या प्रॉब्लम थी? क्योंकि वो ये कह रही थी कि बॉस ओके फाइन these particular entries there is TDS got to be there. So she was looking at indirect expenses. Now she said okay fine, what is my duty, what is actually my duty which has been paid there?